People of the internet, this is an emergency video that I had to make because boy oh boy, I didn't realize it was this bad. It's time for an expose on 538's quote-unquote model. I am so sick and tired of people referencing 527's bullshit. So much so that I'm going to be dedicating a whole video, a whole day, essentially, showing you guys how, quote-unquote, this model is not a model, complete bullshit, and you should ignore it. Now, I know a lot of people in the audience understand this, but there's a lot of people dooming about what Nate Plastic has to say about, the 2022 election. It's actually a Democrat-lean environment. No, really, his polling aggregate has the Democrats up by a point. Or half point. Guys, I'm going to show you what's really going on here. Because it's not, Democrats are magically surging. No. What's happened is like what's happened the past couple of years. These clowns are faking numbers, pushing this garbage polls like Big Village. Who is Big Village? Have Democrats up by 8 points in adult sample. Yet, you look inside of the poll. Alright, you look inside the quote-unquote, aggregate. According to this, 1,000-person adult sample has a larger weight than a 2,500 likely vote sample. If you don't know, adults are not even registered. There's some of them not even registered to vote to take the polls. But these likely voter polls, they make sure, they try to screen at least who's actually going to likely to vote. The voters that actually matter. And look at this. 2,500 likely voters. You go inside the model, or the aggregate, whatever. Purposely, Big Village has a bigger weight to it than Rasmussen. Why? Because Rasmussen shows Republicans have a 5-point lead. It discredits the narrative that Nate Plastic's pushing about Democrats gaining in the midterms. It is pathetic. And speaking of these grades, yes, I quickly cut there. Speaking of these grades that, Nate Plastic pushing, a lot of people on the internet really believe. Do not believe a single grade from this total hack. Let's look at some of these grades. Let's hear ABC News / The Washington Post. An A+. Now, you may think, okay, there must be some numbers behind it, No. It's not because they're a good pollster. In fact, they're one of the worst pollsters in America. Look at this. Pennsylvania, off by 6 points. Florida, off by 2. Fine, that's reasonable. Senate, Michigan, off by 4. Wisconsin, my home state, 2 weeks before the election. Republicans are down by 17 points. Only, what is this? 2 polls were within the margin of error. Yet somehow, this poll, ABC News, gets a higher grade than frickin' Trafalgar. Where is it? Trafalgar. Let's see here. What do they rank them as? A-. You know why they're ranked an A+? Because these clowns own Nate Silver. That's not even a joke. Nate Silver's owned by ABC News and all this crap. It's pathetic. Look, folks, ABC News is one of the worst pollsters in America, but he's purposely weighing them up. So their polls, when they're thrown into the aggregate, has a much higher weight to them than Trafalgar because he's owned by them. You could look at other polls. Where is it? The worst pollster in America is by far Fox. Their polls are atrocious. Look at this. An A. Look at this. Biden plus 12. Trump plus 3 in Ohio. Biden plus 5 in Pennsylvania. Biden plus 5 in Wisconsin. Peters plus 8 in Michigan. National environment. Biden's going to win the popular vote by 8. Once again, where is this data proving that Fox News is a better pollster than Trafalgar, which is given an A-? How? And at the same time, this total hack known as Nate Silver, all right, bans pollsters such as Big Data because they're faking their numbers. AKA, he posts numbers he doesn't like, so I'm going to ban you from the aggregate. Remember when Nate Silver banned Trafalgar for faking their numbers? Remember that? And suddenly, their numbers were spot on, Trafalgar's was. But he banned them because they showed crosstabs he did not like. But this is nothing, alright? This is alone just corruption stuff. Yeah, like, this is bad enough. But there's something worse. The actual model. Now, this is the polling aggregate, alright? You can corrupt this all you want. But this is nothing compared to the Senate forecast. I've been keeping my mouth shut about this, but it's time we talk about this, because some people need to realize Nate Silver is one of the biggest fraudsters in the history of election forecasting. Want to know why? This isn't a forecast. This isn't a model. He claims, it simulates the election 40,000 times. No, it doesn't. All his model does is read polls, then, project the margin of error. That's all this model does. And it claims, we look at expert ratings and all that stuff. Really, he includes expert ratings, yet somehow, or actually it's worse, hold on, yeah, there we go. Deluxe, the quote-unquote gold standard. Somehow, you get all these forecasts. I mean, look at this. In 100 simulations, 5 times the Democrats took 55 Senate seats. Yet somehow, Republicans only once took 53. I'm going to show you how absurd that is. For Democrats to get 55 Senate seats, they would have to flip Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and what else? Ohio? And what else? Florida. Or Iowa. They're saying this is more likely to happen. Alright? This is right from the website. This is more likely to happen. Alright? This here. Than it is for this to happen. Bam, bam, bam. This is less likely to happen in a red wave, but somehow in a red wave environment, Republicans lose 5 Senate seats. Do people understand how crazy this is? This is not even the worst thing about this frickin' forecast. The governorship. This shows you how truly trash this model is. So look at this. Okay, how the governor's forecast has changed. This is all you need to know about what's really going on here. So look at this. August 8th, or August 9th, Michaels went from a 29% chance of winning to 20% in one day. What happened between these 2 days where Evers surges to a, huge lead, a bigger lead than usual? What changed? A single frickin' poll. Wait, no! Not even a poll! What changed then? That's right, nothing! Nothing changed between August 9th and August 10th, but suddenly, Michaels, collapses. I'm guessing the primary. What changed? And then suddenly, August 16th, 20% chance. Now, 34%. What changed? One poll from one of the worst pollsters in America shows Evers up by 3. You see what I mean? That this forecast, is really just a poll reading aggregate shoved in here, and voila. That's it. There's no model to it. It's fake numbers being pushed by Nate Plastic to show this garbage narrative. All he does is includes freaking polls, claims it's a model, simulate the margin of error, and claims he simulates all the elections. No, he doesn't. He just used polling numbers. This is what I'm talking about, people. Do not listen to clowns like Nate Silver. Do not. If you want to look at a polling aggregate, look at RCP. Is there some issues with it? Yes. But they try to be accurate. Not this crap of, Oh, well, you see here, Katie Hobbs is favorite. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Once again, because the polls from Target Smart from 2 months ago has him. Oh my God. Guys, this is why you do not listen to these people. They're complete frauds. And again, what changed? One poll came out that we deemed to be a good poll without any data backing it up. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had to get this out quickly because this is an emergency. There's still people that believe this nonsense. And I'm here to tell you it's bullshit. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.